Alright, let's get this started. Okay, so this is for... This is the game Phasmophobia. I'm recording this for YouTube just to show how the game looks. So this is, when you first start into a game, you start out in your truck, right? This right here, that's just the front camera, which there's nothing at the front camera. Basically, you're safe as long as you're outside the house. Okay, so you got a team sanity, which if the lower your sanity goes, if it gets below if it gets to 0, you're instant dead. Basically, this is the activity. So this is, you know, how much ghost activity is in the house. Right now it's at 0. You really want to watch it if it gets to 10, or if it starts getting to 5 and above. You really want to know that, because that's essentially how you tell how mad it is. And if it gets all the way up to 10, it's very mad and will possibly start hunting. And when it starts hunting, you have 8 seconds to hide. And if you don't hide within 8 seconds, or your hiding spot is not good enough, you will die. And you will lose everything that you've purchased. So this is for if you have sound sensors, and this is the layout of the house. That's just for decoration. This is where you would have GoPros. This is the spirit box, which allows you to talk to the ghosts. Well, you can talk to the ghosts at any time, but this will actually capture what they say back to you. If they say anything back to you, because only certain ghosts will actually talk back. This camera is for taking pictures of them for extra money. So you can take picture. If they actually show themselves, you can take a picture of them, or you can take a picture of a certain phenomenon that happens for extra money. This right here, it will detect the amount of activity that's in the room. So this is kind of how you. So the ghost will pick a random room in the house or wherever you're investigating. It will pick one room, and it will inhabit that room. So this right here, you basically use it to try and find that room. So it has 5 different levels. You turn it on, it's at the lowest level. If it goes to a 2 or above, that's how you know that you're in the right room. Or you're near the room. Which it basically just picks up ghost activity. So, once you've found the ghost activity, you're in the right room. Or you're in the right area. If it reaches level 5, it's not bad, but that does mean that is evidence towards the kind of ghost that it is. So basically, you've got a book here, and you've got a bunch of different types of ghosts. You got spirits, you got wraiths, phantoms, poltergeist, banshee, jinn, mare, revenant, shade, demon, yurei, and oni. So each ghost, they have evidence, right? So, you need 3 bits of evidence to complete the game. So, evidence 1, evidence 2, evidence 3. So, once you find one type of evidence, you write it down. So, like EMF level 5, write it down. Spirit box. If it talks to you through the spirit box, you put it down. Or if you get freezing temperatures, you put it down. Once you get all 3 of these filled out, it will tell you exactly what type of ghost it is, which there's no ghost that fits that description. So if you put it to nothing, it'll give you the whole list, because it could be anything, right? So, which right here, that's how you guess. Once you guess what it is, you can choose to leave at any time and it'll count this as your guess. So let's say it's an EMF level 5. You found fingerprints and you've seen ghost orbs on the camera. There's actually no ghost like that. So say ghost writing and ghost orb. It could be, it's a shade. It's 100% a shade if you have that type of evidence. Now, if you only have 2 evidence, it'll give you a list of what it could be. It'll tell you revenant or shade or an oni, which at that point you would go to your different types of ghosts. So it said it could be revenant, shade, or an oni, right? So you would go to revenant. Revenant. You need EMF level 5, fingerprints, and ghost writing. Shade, you need EMF 5, ghost orb, and ghost writing. So basically, at this point, you need to look for fingerprints or ghost orbs, right? And then Onis, you need spirit box and ghost writing. So right now we have EMF 5 and ghost writing. So we need to look for, we would need to look for fingerprints, ghost orb, or freezing temperatures. That's how you would look for your final evidence. So, but since we haven't even gone in the house yet, we don't have any evidence. But yeah. So yeah, this is how you would get your EMF reading. If it reaches level 5, that's, like I said, it's not that doesn't mean the ghost is mad. That just means that there's strong activity in the room, which could also mean that it's mad, but at the same time, no. But once it's EMF level 5, that's instant evidence number 1 right there. EMF level 5. Okay, you always want to grab a flashlight first, because you need to be able to see. You got a fingerprint scanner, so that's how you, if you see fingerprints on doors or windows, that's an instant. Oh, doors, windows, and light switches. That's an instant. You need to write it down in your book for fingerprints. So yeah, I don't need that right now though. You got the black camera, which you use to set it up in a room. So like, I can set it up right here, and once I'm safe and sound in my truck, I can see. I can see from that camera, so that's how I would look for ghost orbs. So as soon as I see ghost orbs, that's when I know for sure to write it down in my journal. So ghost orbs right there. So that is mainly for when you actually find the ghost room. So you got a notepad right here. So this is also when you find the ghost room. So what you do with it is once you find the ghost room, you place it down, and you go back. You usually go back to your truck and wait, and then once you come back, you may or may not see ghost writing in it. So like it'll actually write stuff, like it'll write die die die, or it'll write you must leave, or something like that, or it'll start drawing pentagrams. What it writes, it doesn't really matter. It just, all you need is if it writes in the book. And if it writes in the book, then you put ghost writing. Then you got your spirit box right here, like I said. You turn it on, and you talk while you're in the room, and it may or may not respond. If it does respond, that's an instant, that's evidence. So you put spirit box right there. because only certain types of ghosts will do it. But that's the basic equipment right there. No matter what, you will always start a game with this equipment. You can buy better equipment once you get money, because you get money for every job you do, depending on what all you accomplish. But yeah, so what I usually start off with is my flashlight. Flashlight is always a must. And then EMF reading, so I can find the room that it's in. And let's see. And then a camera, because once I find the room, I want to set up the camera immediately. Alright, so I'm going to open the door. Okay, so normally there's a timer right there. I'm in training mode for right this second. Just to give a brief rundown of this game. So yeah, there's normally a timer right there. The level of difficulty you're playing in determines how much time you get. Basically, how much time you have is how much guaranteed time you have before it will start hunting. So if you have 5 minutes, you have 5 minutes to set up and find the ghost room before it has a chance to hunt you. That will not start counting down until you've actually opened the front door. Not this door, but that door. So yeah. One cool thing is also, if you have someone here at the truck, they can actually watch the camera, and you can hold the camera as you walk around, and they will see what you see. Same with GoPros. So yeah, I will turn the EMF on and the flashlight on. Alright, I grabbed the keys already. Alright, door is open. So 95% of the time it'll be dark, very dark. So I'm gonna come in here, and like I said, it's in training mode. The ghost won't harm me. So as you can hear, there will be a clock that's there to, scare you. You will hear creaking. That's how you know the ghost is near. So yeah, this just gives you a basic rundown of the controls and stuff like that. This just tells you how to use the stuff, the basic equipment. Which also, if I go back to the truck, it'll tell me where the ghost is. Normally, it will also tell you the name of the ghost and if it likes to. And if it responds to you being alone or with people. If it responds to you being alone, you have to be alone in order to use the spirit box or stuff like that. Okay, so it is in the utility. I don't actually remember where the utility is, and look, while I was in there, it went up to a level 2 activity. Since I'm in training mode, I don't have to worry about it hurting me. But it's still going to be spooky. Okay, so normally what you would do is you would come in and you would immediately start looking around. Go into the rooms. You can hear the creaking now. And you can also hear it start opening and closing doors. So this is how you would start looking for the ghost. That's the basement. I'm not gonna look in there yet. Okay, so immediately, right here, EMF level 3. Looks like it's either in this laundry room or in the garage. So yes, you would go ahead and drop that. So it'll stay on and it'll let you know when there's activity. Which there's activity right now. Level 3. So now you would set your camera down and the best spot possible. So probably like right here. Oh, it just turned the lights on me. Alright, so now you go ahead and head out. You can tell why this game is freaking scary. I got chills running down my back. Yeah, and look. It went up to level 2 twice, and it's fluctuating between 2 and a 1 right now. Oh yeah, and while you're in the dark, your sanity goes down. And certain ghosts, they will run your sanity down really fast. So now is when you would go ahead and look for your evidence. So your fingerprints or the ghost box. So let's do fingerprints and ghost box real quick. I can hear the EMF going off right now, so he's in there doing something. Alright, right there. Fingerprints. Okay, now I drop that. Turn it on and drop it, and now I talk to it. Actually, I didn't have to talk to it, it just opened that door and talked to me. Alright, so that's 2 of our evidence right there. I don't know what it's saying, because I didn't stick around long enough to hear it, but it's talking. Yeah, see, it's still fluctuating between a 1 and a 2. So now, I would put my book in there. So yeah, it's a spirit box and fingerprints. So it could either be a spirit, wraith, or a poltergeist. Oh yeah, forgot to check the camera. He's still in there opening and closing that door. I don't see any ghost orbs though. Oh, he's flickering the lights. Ooh. It actually spiked up to a 4 while I was not in there. He just turned on the lights. I'm not seeing any ghost orbs, though. So yeah, spirit, wraith, or poltergeist. I will say though, a wraith is one of the most aggressive ghosts, so I kind of hope it's not that. Alright, so... let's see. A spirit. What do we need for a spirit? Oh, and like I said, we're safe as long as we're in the truck or outside of the house. Okay, so you don't really need to worry about weaknesses. What you're looking for is evidence. So spirit box, fingerprints, and ghost writing. So that's why I need to go put the book down in there. So far we're at a solid 0 activity. But yeah, I need to go put the book down in there. Wraith, we need freezing temperatures. So, normally you could use a thermometer, but you have to pay for that, like in-game money. Or you can use a... Or what you can do is you can chill in there, just hang out in the room, and if you start seeing your breath, that's freezing temperatures. He's playing with the door again. Spiked up to a level 2. So yeah. If you start seeing your breath while you're in there, that's freezing temperatures and you write it down. Or if you're holding a thermometer, if it goes below 0, that's instant. Which you'll see that faster than you'll start seeing your breath. And then, what else? Poltergeist. Ghost orbs. So, while you're looking at the camera, you'll see little green orbs that float across the screen. Which, I've been looking at the camera for a while now, I haven't seen those. He's playing with the door again. Still fluctuating between a 1 and a 2. And flickering the lights. Sometimes the ghost orbs do take a while to show up. So sometimes you literally just have to sit here and watch the camera. I am not seeing anything at the moment, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to risk it and throw my notebook down in there. What I would want to do is try to get the notebook to face the camera so that I can chill in the truck and watch it. Right now there's a level 2 though. Oh, it just spiked up to a level 3 for half a second. Ooh, it just spiked up to a level 5 and then a 4. I'm not even in there and he's getting angry. Look at that. Up to a level 6. Back down to a 5. I will say though, the longer you wait, the more aggressive he will be. So at this point, what you could do is I can rule out ghost orbs because I'm not seeing any. But what we could do is just take a guess. So we know it's not a... We know it's not a poltergeist, right? That was what it was. Yeah, we know it's not a poltergeist because we don't see any ghost orbs. So what we could do from there on is take a 50-50 chance, and it can be either a spirit or a wraith. Since wraith is one of the options, you want to be really careful. Because wraiths are one of the most dangerous ones. See right here, wraith is one of the most dangerous ghosts you'll find. There's also the only known ghost that has the ability of flight and sometimes been known to travel through walls. Strength's wraith will never touch the ground, meaning it can't be tracked by footsteps. So, meaning you can't use salt against it. If you use salt, basically if it steps in the salt, it'll leave footsteps and it will also hurt the ghost, which will piss it off really bad. Almost worse than saying its name. So, if it steps in salt, it could go from a 2 to a 9. Really fast. saying its name, you might get from a 2 to a 7, but using salt on it could go from a 2 to a 9. So yeah, at this point, since Wraith is one of the options, you want to be careful because those are very aggressive. Spirits, not so much. So yeah. So what we could do is we could risk it and go throw a book in there. He's still playing with the lights in there. We could risk it and throw the book in there, or we can take our guess now. To be honest, I'm gonna take my guess now. Because, like I said, wraiths, you want to be careful with those. So I'm gonna say it's ghost writing and spirit. Once you have your guess in, you come over here, close the door, and you're done. Also, judging by how active he was, you can also judge it by looking at its activity. If its activity fluctuates at a low end, you could guess that it's not a wraith because, like I said, wraiths are very aggressive. So if it fluctuates between a 1 and a 2 a lot, then it's probably not a wraith. But if it fluctuates between like a 5 and a 6, then it could be a wraith. But yeah, that's the intro to Phasmophobia. Very scary indeed. Thank you for watching.